terrorism, you say? Hmm.
Anyway, I got that for car from Yellow's car meet now, so that's added to the collection of vehicles that need doing up.
Hopefully in GTA 6 they make it to where like the races can be done like in like free mode, you know, like trans. You know what I mean, right?
I don't know what you mean.
That would be sick.
Still, I've also collected all the parts for the service rifle, so I've now unlocked the service rifle in this character.
Not only is it free, but it's good.
I don't know. Probably not good as the souped up carbine M2 Black Shield security standard. Sorry, super standard.
Well, I mean, you can't beat the service carbine. It was a staple in GTA 3 and Vice City.
And it's basically the AR from GTA 4 as well. The advanced
Mm-hmm.
carbine. Just,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, the one that one didn't have the carry rail on it.
Yeah, actually, the funniest part is, right, like, in GTA 4, we had, like, a proper Kalashnikov, but in this one, we have a Chinese knockoff. Is it gonna be the same for 6?
Probably.
So what are, like, actual proper, like, Kalashnikovs becoming rare? Like, the 47 variants?
Well, to be fair, I mean, it's not like they're exactly producing those. Well, aside
Yeah.
from the knockoff, which should probably get produced or made or something, I mean, there are far better weapons that probably produced now. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's an absolute classic, but like,
Honestly, I feel like what they did with the service carbine, they should do that for the Kalashnikov in 6. That'd be amazing.
that being said, I mean, the one you got on game is probably manufactured by, I mean, it's like, it's another country's weapon, but it's being manufactured in America, like in a factory or something, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
Service carbine, also employed by Black Shield security. Actually, this would probably be the standard issue, maybe.
Well,
Carbine Rifle Mark II is more for the specialist, with all the scopes, barrels, flashlight.
yeah.
Still, you know, money's now being gradually made over time now. I mean, we have a business in the background to produce funds. Occasional access weapons basically being, you know, sold from the bunker, along with a whole bunch of research being done.
Uh, oh yeah, I found out a trick. So like, if you know where the like four insurgents like for the bunker submission are gonna spawn, and if you put like a truck or something over it, it'll give you a different cell vehicle.
Hmm. That's not one of those cell missions, unfortunately. It's the access weapons you sell to ammunition.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
but
look, an armored truck.
I was just saying that in case like, cause you know, like the four insurgents. I mean, you will be able to deliver it, but it's gonna be painful, painfully slow. It's a little trick.
Oh, I'm robbing an armored truck. Take that, Group 6. Should have gone for black shield.
Oh God, why are you even going after Group 6? They did nothing wrong. They're just security. They're not even like we're warmongering murder like people.
I
Security.
don't know. I mean, have you seen Security Stan recently? Or Security Steve? Security Steve Stevenson? Security Stan Stanson?
Let me guess. Stan's from Kazakhstan, and then Steve's from Stevenson. Or no, even better, he's from Stevensdale.
No. But do you know what Steve Stevenson's middle name is?
Steve?
Yes.
Oh.
Or, no, or is it Stevie Stevenson Jr.?
What, the third? Damn. Like,
It's a,
I guess they really wanted to keep
really.
the name. Like, I'm
That's a
gonna
lot of
name my...
Steves.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's literally where the origin backstory for I Want to Kill My Wife comes from. Basically, Steve's great great grandfather wanted to name his great great grandson Steve. His wife said no. He's like, what did you say?
I wanna fucking kill my wife. Shut your goddamn. Shut your fucking mouth before I blow your brains out all over the tiled floor.
Yep, that's the whole reason.
Access weapon parts to sell, and we're running low on supplies again.
That's the whole reason Steve is angry at his wife because his wife doesn't want to name his brand new son Steve.
Hold on, English Dave is calling me. I've got to help the DJ.
English, who?
English
English.
Dave!
Oh yeah, no.
Just as I was going to check to see what my research was in my bunker.
So my guess is you're just doing research instead of product.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, apparently I've got to go to Grove Street to rescue Solomon's friends.
Uh. Um.
Oh, why can't it be Rolling Heights, Bala country?
Oh God. It'll be funny. Like every time you do an RP with Amelia, it should be like Weasel News. Recent gang shootouts have been depicted in Grove Street. One survivor has this to say: "Hey man, this crazy bitch in the trench coat just showed up and started blasting my niggas. They're all dead." And the funniest part is
To be
she said,
fair, for like today, like yesterday, I've been clearing out like a whole bunch of gang attacks, so that's quite accurate right now. I've been going Black Shield on their ass.
"Oh God, what if this is like secret training? Amelia's secretly training herself to become the best Black Shield operative the world has ever seen."
Well, she already has received a fair amount of training from her adopted father.
Why adopt is that guy allergic to what to having I don't know. Is he allergic to his wife or some shit? Or is he like married to his work?
Oh, what? Lieutenant Colonel Blackheart?
Yeah, is he allergic to his what? Is he allergic or some shit? Is he married to his work?
Well, there was going to be a story behind the adoption stuff, but I still have to work that one out.
Oh God. So please don't tell me the angle is, oh yeah, I killed the guy's family. And like she was like 9. I don't want to blow her brains out, so I decided to take her in. Alfie's just there. He's like, wait. Oh yeah, yeah. I got a whole orphanage set up of like the people that I killed. That's where the kids go to.
Oh god, you mean the Fatui method?
Yep. And then Alfie's just there. He's like, what? What do you mean, man? Yeah, well, I gotta get soldiers somehow. And what better soldiers than the kids who have no family? Alfie's just like, what? You're crazy, man. Well, are you gonna take the
Yeah, well,
deal?
I've just wiped out the bars on Grove Street again.
At this point, you're gonna make them go extinct.
Good. That's the plan.
Oh
Then
god.
it'll be the Vargos and the families
No. But the families are
and the
good people.
Aztecas and the
No, no.
Wujagande and the Lost MC.
What about the Koreans?
We'll get to them eventually.
Oh god. So like what? Is that like Black Shield's entire plan? Like they first start out with low level street scum, like the Ballas, and then they end with Merryweather.
Well, they're competing against Mayweather and stuff, but a little sabotage in the background, this and that.
But the people in Merryweather have families. They have kids.
It's okay. We don't necessarily have to wipe them out that way. There is another way of basically taking out Mayweather as opposition. Becoming the majority shareholder and just basically buying out the entire corporation and then, branching it underneath for Black Shield security.
Oh god. That's even worse.
But they get to live that way. You can't complain about the families, and then when there's a method that saves the families and stuff, and you're like, no, that's even worse. It's like, what do you want, man?
I want you to leave them alone. They've done nothing wrong. No, I'm just back with the last part that they did everything wrong. How freaking the moment they started operating in Los Santos, their entire company was just put on standstill. That was the day their company stood still.
You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna wipe out some families here in Vargo territory.
No. Well, I mean, I would care, but this is a different universe, so CJ, Smoke, and Sweet don't exist. So technically, are they really the families that we know and love?
I'm wiping out the Vargos.
You said the families.
No, I'm wiping out the families of the Vargos, as in their actual families, not the families in the
Oh!
gang.
But what about the kids?
Also, you have to remember, Franklin and Lamar are part of the families. So even if CJ ain't around.
I mean, I don't know about Franklin, but Lamar is. Isn't Franklin too busy to be in the gang life? I mean, he might be associated with them, but I don't think he's in the life anymore.
Yeah, he's basically associated with them, but he ain't in that life, per
Mm,
se.
yep.
Although he does basically have enough money to basically buy his way out of the gang. And he still has friends within the gang. I mean, one of them was in the gang who's basically working up in the arms part of, the agency.
What the hell? He's a
And you
gang
help out a
member.
friend of him to, one part of it when you're doing that whole gang part of the contract.
Oh.
He's still got friends in the hood.
What? He did have friends in the hood until you killed them all. They're all dead. The Vagos and the ballers and the families, they were gonna be friends. After that one mission with the Vagos, they were gonna work together. It was gonna be harmony. In the first 10 years, there was gonna be harmony. But Black Shield took it all away.
Okay, I'll even it out then. I'll go wipe out some of the families here.
No! Honestly, at
There
this
we are.
point, freaking rent in the hood is gonna be dirt cheap.
I know, that's the whole plan. We wipe them out, buy the properties cheap, and then
Oh!
gentrify it.
Wait, I mean, with bad bitches or
So Black Shield's friends in the property market will then take advantage of this, lucrative new opportunity. We get
um,
a cut, they get their money, and gentrify the interior area, and we get rid of the gangs from the neighborhood.
no, no. What?
Okay, so I've now wiped out the Barlas in that one mission. I've just wiped out the families and now the Vargos. So there'll be more, but we'll just wipe them out again.
Well, that's the thing though. You can kill all of them, but you can't kill their spirit. They'll always be back. There'll always be recruits on the streets.
Well, unless there's no one left to recruit.
Well, good thing black people like to
Are you suggesting,
what?
well, now that you say that, I mean, let's not go that far now.
What do you mean? You're gonna give them a permanent vasectomy?
I know we're cleaning the streets, but I didn't mean it in that aspect.
Oh. Oh, you're gonna open up an abortion clinic slash pizzeria.
It wasn't initially the plan, but that could also work.
Oh yeah. Well, I was chilling, right? I thought I had like a plan for GTA 6 on how like our characters could say even more low key.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, like, as soon as we touch ground in Vice City, our characters would like chill there for a couple of months, get to know the local gangs. Not in that way, but like, I don't know, figure out who the local gangs are and be like, you know what? We're gonna join these gangs, right? And then they'll like work their way up until like a very comfortable position. And when it comes to like high stakes, like, like very public robberies, they would commit them using the gang's colors. So that way the police or like whoever's, you know, goes after the gangs and not them. They're
Whoa.
like, I mean, it is a pretty solid plan, isn't it?
Yeah, fairly solid plan. Do some false flag operations.
Yep. False flag.
Now, excuse me while I go get a yellow car and go shoot up the rest of the families, and then get a green car and shoot up the Barners, and then a purple car and shoot up, all starting a cycle.
Well,
A cycle of revenge that will just consume the gangs against each other.
I have a green saber.
Yeah, that could work.
You know, I know my first car is going to be in GTA 6, the green saber.
Oh no. Oh no.
The green saber. Nah, but you know what's funny? Imagine like we recreated the San Andreas RP. Like, imagine we recreated San Andreas, and then we're like, man, it's been 9 years since I've been back in Rolling Heights Baller County. And I ain't been back in 9 years. But yeah, I mean,
Right now to resupply my bunker because it's running low on supplies.
I mean, now that I think about it, we kind of did do that in that one RP with Mr. Ed. You dropped us off in the
No,
baller to Even my nigga,
no, Mr. Red.
you're the one that killed Mr. Ed. Which part is you guilt tripped us? Like you're like, oh boys, I'm sorry, I'm a piece of shit. I don't deserve to live. I'm like, my nigga, we did not say any of this. Nor did we make you feel this way. What is going on? Like,
Poor
bro.
Mr. Red. He was the most innocent of characters.
Yeah,
Too
legit, bro.
innocent. He had to die.
What do you mean he had to die? He didn't have to die. Just like Joe didn't
He,
have to die.
they had to die for the plot advancement. Oops, 1 second. I'm back.
Mhm.
Now to sell off some excess weapons, and then start resupplying my bunker again. Running low on supplies.
I always knew Emilio was evil.
Why? Because I've left a trail of destruction in my wake.
My God, she's even worse than Leroy Jenkins. At least that guy, he had a reason to fight. He had a reason. He fought for a good cause. He was a freedom fighter. He fought for his freedom
Are
and his
you really
friends.
basically? Are you really comparing basically the daughter of a private security company who's mostly wiped out criminals compared to your one, which is, poisoned, children, people, fed
Whoa,
them
whoa.
human meat. And,
Listen,
you're
listen.
planning to you're planning to blow up a dam and basically flood out Mirror Park, and
It was to prevent future criminals.
allying with the Russians and bombarding locations in entire. You do remember that you
To
actually,
save America.
basically, you're basically bombarding the same neighborhoods this character was basically shooting up.
Listen.
At least we're leaving the houses intact for people to move into the area.
Listen. My methods are
You're
beyond your
just
understanding.
destroying all. You're destroying all the infrastructure, the hospitals, and the
Amelia's doing it for
universities.
greed. Leroy's doing it for freedom. For his freedom. For his friend's freedom. For Stan's family's freedom. So that his son may one day go to Harvard.
What freedom? Your character's got him into. You're fighting to try and get yourself out of a mess that you basically started.
No, no, no. It was the government that started it. Leroy and Stuart were just defending themselves. They were exercising their
Oh,
rights as Americans, as freedom fighting Americans.
what? By, taking down a FIB agent who was investigating you for, drug charges and whatnot, drug dealing. Sounds
Uh,
like you started first.
Listen, those drugs were going to a good cause. People needed them. Low income, working, getting by day to day people. Like they needed that to fight the good fight, to live for their families.
Is it Section 8?
Section what?
I live in I live in a low-income housing environment known only to the government as Section 8. Me and a group of my allies control parts of this, sector to, as it run our illegitimate businesses. Me and my allies are in possession of, firearms, for drug. So,
Yeah,
I forgot how this whole thing goes, but yeah.
but yeah.
And
I mean,
we only use cash for financial purchases.
exactly. Like essentially, like we're like the Robin Hoods of the modern era.
No, you're not. You're taking from the rich and the poor and keeping for yourself.
Whoa, whoa, listen,
The
listen.
fact that, you want your characters to live free after committing all the atrocities, that sounds like greed to me.
It's not greed. It's called freedom.
What freedom? Haven't you oppressed a whole bunch of people by basically taking away their freedoms, by basically causing the government to react like this?
No, no. Think about it this way. Like, what was America built on?
You're going to be
Freedom.
responsible for a whole bunch of legal, changes and stuff that's going to basically, it's going to make the Patriot Act look like a walking nail in the park.
The listen. The United States of America was built on one thing: freedom. Freedom for our men, women, and our country. Isn't that what Leroy is fighting for? He's fighting for his
No,
freedom. He's fighting for his freedom, his friend's freedom, Stan's freedom, Steve's freedom. So
By
that,
causing tyranny, the very thing that they were fighting against. You have become the evil one.
no, no, no. It's called survival tactics 101.
But you burnt their fields, poisoned their water supply, and brought a plague upon their houses.
Listen, as far as the government public were concerned, it wasn't Leroy Jenkins. It was some crazy cult lunatics. Oh, I got it. He's gonna blame it all on the Epsilon. He's gonna blame it on the Epsilon. They were behind the selling of human meat and burning the crops. It's all coming together. Oh, you know what? I got it. In an act of selfless patriotism, Leroy Jenkins attacks the Epsilonists because they burned the water supply. I mean, they poisoned the water supply, burned the crops, and brought a plague upon Los Santos. And Leroy Jenkins was the
Jesus.
one to stop them all. It's
I
all
don't think it's
coming.
going to work at this stage, mate. You're in too deep. You have to double
Well,
down on your atrocities.
no. In the RP, the government doesn't know it was Leroy, so he's fine, right?
Yeah, but they'll just probably pin it on you at this point. It's just easy that way.
Oh, so
I mean, you're
basic.
literally a scapegoat for the US government and all the problems in Los Santos now. Rent too high? It's because of you. People dying in the streets from diseases? That's definitely you.
Oh God. Well,
Person tripped over on their way to work? That was you.
I mean, hey, that's the reason why Leroy Jenkins breaking into the FIB building, so he's gonna leak all the government documents, and also put in some fake ones as well. Exactly.
Oh my, that's a little bit rough.
Freedom is calling to all men who bend their will. For the soldier that knows no remorse, out of the ashes, the eagle rises still.
There are no eagles left to rise.
Let me guess, Leroy Jenkins killed them all.
I mean, you burnt the oil fields, man. You're burning the oil fields. What did you think was going to happen?
Oh, good. I mean, the thing is, though, is like, what do you mean by double down and commit more atrocities? I don't think there's any more atrocities left to commit. I
Burn
mean,
down more oil fields.
or wait, no, even better. You ready?
Oh, okay.
We steal like a cargo airplane or whatever, or maybe the Russians have one. We fill it up with all oil barrels, and we just leak it all over the city and light a match. Watch the
So
whole
in other words,
city.
you're just making improvised napalm.
Yeah. Or even better, napalm strikes. Napalm
Oh my.
strikes on the oil fields.
Yeah, it's the Gulf War all over again.
But this time it's happening right in the heart of the US of A.
Oh god, we're doing a reverse Vietnam.
Honestly, at this point, it kind of sounds like the whole thing's about to implode on itself.
Yeah. I'm surprised a huge old tsunami hasn't just come and just completely flooded Los Santos.
Okay, you know what? Maybe instead of doubling down the atrocities, we should like commit like we should do so we should turn the 5-step plan into a 7-step plan. We're going after the hospitals as well.
Oh, okay. I thought you already did that. Well, most of them are already blown up.
Oh, so
Are
we
we
don't
go?
need to do
Are
that.
we going after the field hospitals now? The improvised ones that were made? Are we going to be blowing up the stadium?
Oh yeah, that's where oh yeah, that's where like most like the people are, right?
Yeah, it would make a good improvised field hospital. It's got plenty of space on the field. Could be
Hmm.
used as,
All right. Now I was thinking of both things. Either we do a napalm strike or we close the doors and then we just gas them.
Oh my.
Or no, even better. It's like basically we have all Russian soldiers surrounding the stadium. They have their guns drawn, like some no Russian type shit. They have the Weasels News camera rolling. Anyone who survives the gas walks out, just immediately gets their brains blown out.
Damn, son.
You know what? Yep, we're gonna do that. We're gonna put that in the improvisation of the 7-step plan. We commit atrocities in the airport and the stadium, so that way it gets the military's attention, and then they send most of their fighters into the city, which mostly leaves the military base kind of undermanned. And then that's when we bring in the J dams and
Oh, halt. Cartel's after me.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Amelia's a monster. The atrocities she's committed will never be forgotten. The lives that she's stolen.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. Like how you're just accepting it in this point. It's like, man, you've gone delusional. You've lost it. Now that I think about it, to make the whole thing even more fun, we're gonna have it where the plan's being committed in the city, where like RP is like the Russian dudes, and then we're gonna play like um the the Panzer Girls like theme song as we're just bombing and committing atrocity.
Oh, God.
Or no, even better, right? Like the whole city just gets surrounded by girl panzers, anime girls in panzers. It's,
Jesus Christ.
it's like it's like everybody just starts tweaking. It's like, what's going on? Why are they hot? Is this a false flag? And then like legit, you just hear the military on the military station here on the radio. We need backup now. They got pants.
Damn, sounds like your character's going to be diving right into hell.
What do you mean diving? He's a he. You know what? Don't worry. Don't worry. All right. So my character is gonna feign mental ignorance or some shit. Yeah. Right. Right. No?
My God.
I'm just gonna have this play. But as we're just committing all the atrocities. Oh god. Honestly, at this point, will Los Santos ever recover? Will it recover?
Probably not, no.
That'd be funny. Like, we're in Vice City, right? People talk about Los Santos. We're like, man, I thought that place got all wiped out.
Ooh, I'm going to Vinewood Water and Power.
Oh.
Shit's about to be blown up. Hell yeah.
What? What do you mean?
Oh, this is the mission where you have to basically give up a whole bunch of stuff there to get the location of the supplies.
Hmm.
Why don't you be wiping out a small part of the power grid?
Yep.
I mean, it could be worse. Could be Agent Stone.
Could be even more worse. Could be Leroy Jenkins calling in a surgical strike.
That is also true. And no, actually, you already done that. You already basically called in the Russians to do a surgical strike on those locations.
Yep. That's what I was alluding to.
Ah, the armored Kuruma. What would I do without you?
Man, the question is, where are we gonna get more J dams from? Hmm.
No, steal a military convoy.
Oh.
Shoot down an Avenger? I don't know.
Now that I think about it, I wonder if the military recovered that one Avenger that got shot down in the fields.
Who knows? I have a new idea.
What?
Explosions.
While we make like an improvised
Explosions are always
JDAM.
a good idea.
While we make an improvised JDAM missile or bus or whatever.
Sure, why not?
Yep. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll use those on the dam in the Maze Bank Tower and the IA building. So that way it'll make sense why it's still structurally intact even though there's a crater. Yeah. I like it, I like it. Commit the atrocities and save the world. Bono, bono. You know what I mean?
Yep. Although you're not going to be saving the world.
We're gonna be saving our worlds. Leroy's world, Stewart's world, Stan's world, the Russians' world.
Yeah,
Honestly,
if you
this
say so.
honestly at this point, like it's kind of funny how the RP went from something tame to now delusions of grandeur. It's like
Isn't that how they always go?
no, well, no, you say that, but then but then we remember the main RP. It's like it's like whenever I'm RPing, I'm like shit. Well, hey, at least things get. Hey, at least we're not on the. At least we're not. This is on martial law, so we're good. No, but like, no, but like with the other ones, I mean, they usually do get diluted into madness, but with this one, like the drink's been diluted so hard that the original concept behind it is long gone. What was the concept? Who
Yep.
knows? All we do know is we need to cause mass terrorism.
Who knows? An FIB agent got stabbed pretty early on, and it all went off the rails from there.
Well, no, even then, it didn't really go off the rails until he decided to declare martial law.
It was after taking down that news chopper, and then
What were
basically,
we
he went
meant
off
to
complete
do?
OD.
Let it kill us? What did you want from us?
You were supposed to keep a low profile while you were hiding out in the desert, and you couldn't even maintain that. The news helicopter came after you. It got
Yeah,
shot down.
yes, because we were on
Polito
the big
Bay
truck.
then got locked. No, before martial law, Polito Bay got locked down by, the National Guard,
Yeah.
which he then escaped from, and then caused even more trouble afterwards. Then martial law got declared.
Oh,
Because it turns out you inspired basically a whole resistance group unintentionally.
yeah, see? That's like one. That's like one out of like several atrocities we did not mean to happen, but we sort of rolled with it. Like you know.
Oh, geez, that car exploded.
And then after that, it was the human meat idea, and then the three-step plan to poison the water supply, burn the crops, bring a great plague. And now, and now moving on to the final phase of the plan, which is a seven-step plan, six or seven, to entirely well, try to wipe out military stability and most certainly create chaos in the state of San Andreas.
Chaos all around us.
Yep.
Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what, honestly, I feel like we should call it chaos theory.
This is a little too much chaos theory for that. There's so much chaos theory, the chaos theory is gone.
Honestly, at this point, aren't we more like anarchists than domestic terrorists? Or we like domestic terrorist anarchists?
Probably.
Actually, now that I think about it, are we even domestic anymore? We should just be. At this point, are we just like full-fledged terrorists?
Probably.
I think we're long gone from being domestic. And I think about it, there was nothing ever domestic about this RP to begin with. Unless you consider an FIB agent getting stabbed in the middle of a university parking lot domestic, then yeah, I guess you could say that. Nah, you know what'd be even more funny? Imagine in GTA 6, right? Like, we like stab like some random person in the university, and then like we see like an FIB badge just fall out of their hands. We're like, wait a
Oh,
minute.
here we go again.
It's like, wait a minute. It's like, wait a minute.
This feels familiar.
No, honestly, all I'm saying is if that ever happens, we're literally getting out of Vice City. We're not staying in that bitch any longer.
Vice City.
Man, all I'm saying is the video game industry will shake when GTA 6 comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Question is, when we play the game, will we still be the same people, or will we change? Will the game be so good
That
that changes our perspective on everything?
that is yet to be seen.
Rolling Heights, Haitian County, and I ain't been back in 80 years.
It wouldn't be Rolling Heights. Rolling Heights is basically the name of the area. It's from the drive-by mission where, you know, You and the gang go do some drive-bys.
Mhm.
Rolling Heights Bar Country.
You know what's crazy? Out of like all the iconic intros, I feel like they can't beat the one in San Andreas, where the guy just gets shoved out of a police car, and then CJ just goes, "Man, ah, shit, here we go again."
I don't know. I mean, GTA 4 literally starts with, "Daddy's back, you bitches."
The main story, or we're talking
Yeah, the
about
main
it?
story of GTA 4. That's how it actually starts in the intro.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know
Getting
what.
off the boat, and then your cousin Roman's there,
Hmm.
playing that song on the radio. My cousin is here.
Wait, now that I think about it, were we gonna fly a plane into Maze Bank, or are we just gonna drop them? We're just gonna shoot it up. I'm trying to think. You know what? We'll use a plane. We'll make it more iconic. Wait, even better. You'll love this. Alright. The plane is full of the military's family personnel.
Oh Jesus. Oh jeez. Oh God. What's this you're saying about families, man?
Listen. They're gonna be going to a better place.
What exactly does this have to do with survival?
Well, cause enough noise to create an opening.